this damn friendly neighborhood party. Right on. Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. I'm Justin Barone, and today we're still smoking the 1964's Orange Juice. It's good. It's a good, nice concentrate. It's a great sativa. It's a nice little pick-me-up. So if you're a little too baked out, hit some of that. It's like having some coffee. Also, speaking of which, if you're ever having a green out and you don't know what to do, have some sugar. Keep a chocolate bar handy, because basically from an episode I did, I don't know, a while ago, we found out that I think it's your blood sugar level when you have a green out mimics that of somebody that's like diabetic. So if you have a spoonful of sugar, and we proved this with a friend of ours who greened out, we gave him a spoonful of sugar, and he just like came right back. It was pretty cool. So yeah, if you're ever greening out, that's what you do. If you find yourself a little too like relaxed in the high, smoke some of this stuff, this 1964 Orange Juice live resin, I think. Pretty sure it's resin. No, cold cured resin. I don't know. The package is upstairs. I forget. But it's a good time, so you should try it. So today we're going to smoke another piff, potentially. And I've got in my, what one is this? The Da Vinci. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Vape battery. I've got Good Supplies pineapple starfruit THC and CBG cartridge. It's I think 77%, but I find it great. It gives you the giggles. You get nice clouds off it. Yeah, man, it's pretty good. So thank you for joining me, Justin Barone, on your Friday to start the weekend off right, baby, at 4:20. I hope you're ready for a sesh. Yeah, if you haven't tried this THC and CBG feels thing, the cart, I mean, it doesn't quite taste like the gummies, but the gummies always give me like a perma smile and a giggle, and I get really social. So I thought, oh, a vape cart would be perfect. I smoke this thing. If I'm off work and I don't have anything to do and I'm just around the house, I smoke this all the time, because then I'm just super happy. Not that I'm not happy anyway, but you know what I'm saying. You know what would not make me happy? Or what would make me not happy or unhappy? Training my entire fucking life to be a astronaut and then getting stuck in fucking space, baby. That would be kind of fucking annoying, wouldn't it? Like, ugh. Yeah, it would be bad. It'd be bad news. I've been following kind of, sort of, all this Boeing stuff, where I guess they took a capsule up to space and then they got stuck in space, because as soon as they launched, they were good until like partway through the atmosphere and something cracked and broke, or they lost an engine or something like that. Now they're thinking like, oh, well, fuck, they were supposed to have fixed it like early on into this whole catastrophe, right? And it never got fixed. And now these people who are going to be stuck like a couple days or something like that have now been stuck for like 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know, almost 2 months. Dude, that'd be terrifying. Like, I know even if you plan to be an astronaut, it's still got to be somewhat terrifying to know that you are now stuck in the void of space. And how do you get home? Don't know. Because they were like, well, there was a certain percentage of a chance that they could bring the astronauts back. Dude, think about that. That's the decision you have to make. You're like, I'm on the space station. I either have to live here, hopefully, until they find something or make something or whatever they do to get me back home, to send something up to get me back home. And I could potentially run out of food up here. I'm assuming they would maybe run out of food. I don't know. Is there monthly deliveries? I don't know what happens. But I know that getting off my vessel into space, into a space station where I think, oh, I'll be back on the road in a couple minutes. It's like taking a pit stop when you're driving to Florida. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm just going to pull over to this rest stop for a minute to sort of like make sure the battery's good, coolant level's good, oil's good. You know what I mean? Take a shit, whatever. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, by the way, radiator's cracked. What? We kind of need that to get the fuck out of here, don't we? You know what I'm saying? But if I had one of these bad boys with me, I think I'd be fine with it. It'd be really hard to go to sleep, though, because you don't really fall asleep too well. There's a fucking fly in here. Fucking fly. But yeah, so that's what I figured. That's what I'm kind of like. I'm interested to know what their thoughts are, like what the psychology is, or the thought process that they're going through right now, being stuck in fucking space. Again, another thing that like comes right out of fucking sci-fi, dude. Get stuck in space. Next thing you know, you're I don't know. I think it would be cool to go to space, but I don't know if like I'm okay with change. But immediate and drastic change is somewhat terrifying. So like you think, oh, I'm going on this road trip. Oh shit, my radiator shot. Sure, it's a solvable problem, but it's like you have to figure out a lot of shit to make it work and like keep trucking on your mission. Now you're stuck. You're holed up and you're like, you know what? We're stuck in space. Who knows what's going to happen? And who knows when I'm going the fuck home? Dude. And now Boeing's getting in all kinds of shit. They're getting in all kinds of shit because they fucked up and made a thing that went to space and broke. And they're trying to be like, no, everything is safe. Like, are they safe, though? Because clearly not too safe, It took them, what was it? So they started the project. I think it said it took them like 11 years or something like that, longer than it was supposed to make this fucking thing. How does it take you 11 years? I mean, I get how it takes you 11 years to perfect this, but then after 11 years, you're like, well, I don't know, just cracked. Like, what? Oh, fuck, that'd be terrifying. I don't know how I would handle that. Of course, I would never, be allowed to be an astronaut because implanted defibrillator and G-force and space and noodle legs, it's just not going to happen. But if I were to go to space, I think the hardest part of space would be knowing that you're floating in space. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You look out the windows and you're like, I live down there on that little marble. Well, I guess it's medium-sized marble over there. Oh my God, Neptune. You're like, what? Dude, you can't look down your street and see a fucking star system and a galaxy and whatever, space junk floating around. Oh. And on top of that, you had this mission. I don't know what their mission was exactly, but I do know this. They were supposed to come back. And now they're like, maybe we just bring the pod back because it might be too dangerous for the humans we sent up there. What? Well, how the fuck do I get back now? Well, you might have to like just stay up there and wait till we figure something out. Figure something out? You don't have a backup plan? Oh, at least they didn't blow up. Like, we've got to the point now where, rockets can take off and not blow up. Dude, that would be fucking terrifying. Oh, sure, I've just trained for 42 years to become a space traveler, and I'm going up to just test this new spacecraft, and oh fuck, I'm stranded in space. Oh, dude. Have you seen Valerian? If you haven't seen Valerian, the premise is that we go to space and we end up creating this massive space station that essentially becomes the size of like a planet. And then it shoots itself out into the solar system or into like space, just in general, into the universe, and becomes this like hub for all the different species around the galaxy, through the galaxy. That's like what's happening here. It's the very beginning, okay? These people go to space, they get stuck in space. But in real life, not like, oops, movie thing, whatever. No, it's these two people legitimately went to space, got stuck, and now, like, that's not a road you travel every fucking day. Think how long it's taken us to get back to, we didn't even gone back to the moon. Who's this we? They haven't even gone back to the moon yet. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, come on now. I'm just saying, it's fucking terrifying. They're floating in space, All of a sudden, okay, so they send up like a rescue mission, right? But then that rescue mission gets stuck. Like I said in one of the past episodes, there's an iteration to technology. There's levels to it. You can't use the first fucking generation of shit. You have to wait for 4 or 5, right? And these people are stuck in space on generation 1. Well, they sent Generation 2. Now all of a sudden Generation 2 is... And then so on and so forth until finally fucking Glip Glop the lizard is showing up at your door being like, can we hang out too? And then they get stuck. Like... Dude. Life is turning into a fucking cartoon, man. Bunch of people go down to the ocean in a fucking Tupperware container, and then people go into space in a fucking... I don't even know what that would be, like a hot air balloon, essentially, that like a rotor brakes, you know? What the fuck? Dude, I don't even know. I would be terrified. The whole trip to space, my entire thing would be like, oh my god, I'm going to space. Oh my god, I'm going to space. And then once space, like, once you stop flying and you level out and you're just floating in fucking space, like, I feel like you could acclimatize to that. And then be like, okay, I'm just doing things. And then you keep focused on, like, the small little ship that you're in. Again, let's talk about this. That would be such a small... I couldn't do it. I need, like, a walkway. I need Star Trek. I need to be able to walk to the bridge, not fucking pull myself floating through little tiny air tunnel tube things. No fucking way. Nuh-uh. That's not me, man. I can't do it. I see, again, another reason I could never be a fucking astronaut. Even though I'm fucking out there. I can't be an astronaut, dude. Oh, that would be terrifying. And then, like, you know what I could take? You know what I would like, probably? Is the peace of mind. You just be quiet. Like, just sit in silence for a bit. Think about shit. The hardest part would be no contact. Or, like, being unable to, like, have a steady stream of contact with, like, loved ones and, you know, your friends and stuff like that. I get that. But at the same time, you're in space, dude. Like, you're looking down at home being like, I got 6 more months of this. And you have to float. Like, I've never obviously been to the space station. But, like, I don't see you walking down a corridor to go get a broom. Like, you know what I mean? You're just kind of floating there. And then you know. So when do we get to the point where you can walk? Like, how many people have to get stuck in the space station for you to build floors and gravity? You know? I don't know, dude. It seems like... And what type of person does it take to that mentality to want to do that? I get exploration. I guess I'm just a terrified wuss. That must be it. Because, like, I can't even imagine... Like, I go on a boat, and I'm on this boat, and I'm on a boat, and I'm in the ocean, and I'm terrified that the boat is going to get stuck in the fucking ocean. So I guess a spaceship is kind of like the same fucking thing, right? Dude. I'm telling you, terrifying. I don't know about you. But as much as I like to go to outer space on pot, I don't ever want to end up in outer space in person. Like, if I'm in outer space, something went horribly wrong. But at the same time, there's a certain, like, intrigue to being out in space where wouldn't you like to see it? Like, wouldn't you just like to see it? But, like, don't you want to see it and have a way, like, you walk through a door, you're there, you see it, and then you walk back through the door and you're in your bedroom, you know? Like, that's how I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where if you really think about it, it's potentially terrifying. It also might be very amazing. I don't know. Is that a conundrum? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm about to smoke this Maui Wowie. You should smoke something too. I hope you're already smoking something because this conversation, I don't think can be taken unless you're high. What if, in reality, okay, over the course of time and trying to save the 2 astronauts that are stuck in space, more and more astronauts get stuck in space as well. Sorry, I got a thing in my nose. And then they actually do create this, like, arc or hub or whatever where, like, all these different interstellar species become one. And it's, like, it makes its own fucking mechanical planet. You know what I mean? Like, we have built our own island into the universe. Dude, think about that thought. That thought's fucking trippy. We could build our own planet. by joining all these other... I know it's been done in a bunch of movies before, but today is the day that apparently I thought about this. Okay? Right now. Welcome to the conversation. I'd never put that together, but you built your own planet that's now floating in space that is integrated with all the different species who've also migrated into space. Dude, you'd be like the ultimate hub of the galaxy. That'd be fucking crazy. And it all starts because a couple astronauts get stuck in space. Do you think, okay, what are the chances that Boeing goes out of business now? Because isn't that the only thing they're making now is aerospace shit? That's a pretty big fuck up. Leaving a couple people stranded in the middle. Oh my God. That's not even like, oh no, our oil rig is stuck in the middle of the ocean. This is like, we sent people off the planet and we don't know how to get them back. I know it's not funny, but it's fucking funny. Because think about the irony of that shit, okay? We're so wanted. We so want to be able to progress and evolve and move forward and become like these, advanced beings that we fucking shoot our own people into space, which we can barely explore. We explore with fucking telescopes pretty much. Well, that's it, right? And like rovers and shit that maybe work. Okay? And now fucking we have these two people stuck in space and Boeing did it. If they survive this and like people get back and then all of a sudden, that's the only way I could see them surviving is if this whole thing becomes like a whole like exoplanet. And then Boeing's like, look, we created that. Ah! And then everybody's like, yay, Boeing. And then the future and everybody forgets the past. That kind of shit, And then all of a sudden the space people are like, Earthlings are dumb. And then, yeah, we go around and populate galaxies across the galaxies. Dude, I'm fucking high. You know what I love about Maui Wowie? It always makes me talkative and social. Doesn't mean I think about everything I say. So, yeah, there's that. I still can't get over that, dude. Think about it. Okay? You spend your entire life training for all the possibilities. Like, you could blow up. You could, you could have major malfunctions. You could get stuck. All that stuff. And it's not like you can really, can you really test it? Like, is a test flight simulator any different than a rocket flight simulator? I don't know. But I do know that it would be such a piss off. Although, it would be a piss off to be like, oh man, it didn't fucking work and I'm in space. But at the same time, maybe you're like, I'm an astronaut. I've trained forever for this. Now I'm going to live in space. Like, maybe that's the coolest shit ever to you. I don't know. Maybe the astronauts are like, yes. But there's got to be some, like, do they have, I guess you can't spend too much time in space too. That's the other thing, right? Like, oh dude, what if they become like, okay, have you ever heard the theory that, humans, or the idea, the conspiracy theory that humans become like gray aliens? Anybody ever heard that? Because I've heard that. Anyway, my point is, imagine this is the start of that. There's so many possibilities for the starting of shit here. Okay? We could end up with an exoplanet full of fucking gray aliens that are humans, really. And then they become like telepathic and they just evolve across the universe. Buddy, this is fucking incredible. Maybe this is a good thing for humanity. I don't know. It still seems weird. Because you can't spend too much time in space, right? Like, as a human, if you spend too much time in space, you lose bone density. What would happen? Would you die? Would you just wither away and die? Or would you just be a floating head and brain with the inability to use... Like, would you become a jellyfish? Maybe you'd become a jellyfish. I bet. I wonder how many people are up there. Like, were there already people on the space station so they have company, or is it just the two of them? And how long are you allowed to actually be in space before it becomes a serious issue? Especially knowing that it took you fucking 11 plus years to build the thing to get you there. Like, how are they going to get something? But, like, how many years can you be in space? Do you age slower in space than you do on Earth because there's no, like, real rotation? Dude, there's so many questions. There's so many possibilities off of one fuck up. Well, I'm sure it was a series of fuck ups, but, like, if you really look at it a certain way, this is like the ultimate human experiment. Like, if you have to put some kind of positive spin on it, wouldn't that be the positive spin? Like, now we're gonna find out potentially from these people who are stuck and stranded in space, like, what the effects are and what the longevity is. But also at the same time, there's gonna have to be a quick bump in fucking technology to get them back. No, like, or is it gonna create unity? Because we're gonna need help. I mean, let's be honest. The thing they went up in was supposed to bring them back, wasn't it? Like, as far as I understand, that was the case. This whole shit was supposed to be circular, you know, round trip, no stops, or maybe a brief stop to, like, fuel up or something. I don't know, dude. That's, like, partially terrifying, partially exciting. I would be terrified. You know what, though? I'm terrified flying. Because you think you're just this, like, tin can fucking suspended in air. I mean, you're not just suspended. I mean, there's fucking science behind it. But I'm just saying, like, you're helpless. If something happens, you're helpless. Whereas, like, if you're in a car, right? If you're driving that car, you're like, cool, I can do this. I don't know. I guess I just feel safer on ground. You know what I mean? I want my feet to touch soil, asphalt, grass, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just, I don't want to be in, because in space, like, anything can happen. It's like imagine, oh, you're in a pool, okay? And you're floating there. And then all of a sudden your buddy jumps in the pool and fucking Hulk Hogan elbow drops you or leg drops you or something. Like, you can't get away fast enough. You could try, but it still takes a minute to, like, move, right? So you're getting clipped with something. That's, like, what I feel like it's in space. And the catastrophic events that could happen that could kill you are way larger and greater than just being fucking leg dropped Hulk Hogan style by your buddy in a pool. You know what I'm saying? I would like to think I'm a lot of things. I am not an intergalactic being. I am an earthling. I would like to stay here and live here as long as possible. I quite enjoy it. I don't fucking know, man. I couldn't. I think after, you know what I think? Okay. I think if I was one of the astronauts, I could make it, like, a week or two before I started getting really worried. Because in the first week or two, like, again, you've you know, trained to be an astronaut for so many years. You were just thinking you were stopping, so maybe you're in the point where, like, the honeymoon phase where you're like, oh, I want to make this, you know, I'm glad it's lasting longer because I get to stay in space. And so there's a little excitement, there's a little, like, opportunity and happiness to go along with it. And then, like, 2 weeks after that, you start going, like, oh fuck, I might be stuck here. And then the, like, bad thoughts creep in. You know what I'm saying? I think I think I'd be that guy. I think I could handle the first 2 weeks, and then I think after that it might be a shit show. I don't know. But I wouldn't recommend you be around me when it happens, because if I feel like I'm, like, enclosed in a small space, which is easy to do because I am a little bit, what do you call it? Claustrophobic. Being stuck in a tin can in the middle of space where pressure changes could really fuck up your shit is not my ideal situation, and I would panic for sure. Yeah, dude. I couldn't do that. I would like to think that I could make it through the first 2 weeks. It might even take 3 days. Who the fuck knows? I like to think but again, if I was trained like an astronaut, I would think that I could handle that. Me going up there as I am now, I'd make it 24 hours and I'd be like, we're gonna fucking die, dude. Like, for me to be a futuristic space warrior, I would have to be born in space and only know what has gone on in space. You know what I'm saying? There's not a fucking chance in the world that I'm gonna fucking be able to transition from being lazy ass human to fucking starfighter. It's not fucking happening. That's all I'm saying. I can't emphasize it any more than that. No matter how many THC and fucking CBG vape pens, edibles. Ooh, maybe space edibles would be really good. Do you think if you could make, well, you'd have to be able to make, like, I wonder if space and the atmosphere would change the potency of weed. I'm telling you, you gotta look on the good side. I hope those astronauts get home safe. I hope that nothing happens. I hope that everything is good. Yeah, I really do. But at the same time, you have to take the situation and look at it and be like, this is kind of like ironic that we've got to the point where we've stranded people in space and yet we have to like deal with our climate and we don't know what the fuck to do with that. You know? So, yeah, it's kind of confusing. But it's also kind of funny because the irony in it is hilarious to me. It's so stupid, but it is. And those are my thoughts off the stem for this week. Hope you enjoyed the sesh. Thank you for joining me, Justin Barone. Hope you come back next week on Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Good Pods, Podchaser. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. Sometimes Maui Wow does that to you. Did I say Good Pods, Podchaser, Pandora, Podbean? Everywhere you get a podcast, it's out there. And don't forget to check out tots420.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow on Spotify and everywhere else. Whatever you got to do, subscribe and follow. Help me get some numbers here. I know it's been going on a while, but I think you should join this. It's a fun time. I'm not really mad. I'm just really high. It's a good time. You should enjoy it. You should join and you should tell your friends. Until next time, as always, keep your... Until next time, keep your lids low, baby. Right on.